Faris International School. We're glad to see you at our exhibition presentation. The PYP exhibition is a wrap-up of the primary year's program. It reflects our knowledge of PYP. We perform it in our last year of PYP. We get the agency to choose a global issue to tackle, and the best part is we get to make a change altogether.
We picked global goal number 14, Life Below Water, under the transdisciplinary theme Sharing the Planet.
Life Below Water is goal 14 out of the 17 Sustainable Global Goals. Goal 14 doesn't get much attention when it comes to the rest, so we wanted to help make a change by choosing it.
The members of our group are Amira Qazi, Tala Khoja, Dani Dabbour, Basma Ahmed, Sunil Abu Sara, Sara Shamat, Mariam Al-Farisi, Haya Shouqo, Lama Ramhi, Din Ayesh, Rashid Dawood, Jana Badr, and Sarah Zaki.
We wrote, the greatest threat to our planet is believing someone else will save it. We need to all take action and make a change.
Our exhibition follows the theme Sharing the Planet. The central idea we formed is pollution and its effects on the survival of marine life habitats. The lines of inquiry that we created are kinds of pollution with the key concept form, changes on habitat with the key concept change, and different ways to reduce pollution with the key concept responsibility. The related concepts are survival and habitat. The first line of inquiry.
The first inquiry, kinds of pollution, talks about the different kinds. As some may know, there are many. They all affect our lovely planet.
There are many kinds of pollution, such as air, water, land, radioactive, thermal, light, and sound pollution, but we will focus on water pollution. Water pollution is when waste or radioactive chemicals get thrown into a water body. And it affects all organisms. It even affects the weather cycle. Lots of people litter and don't practice the 3 R's.
The second line of inquiry, changes on habitats, The second line of inquiry, changes on habitats, talks about pollution, many effects on marine habitats. You will see very soon that there is a great amount.
Human activities may affect marine habitats through overfishing and ocean pollution. Every little piece of waste and small amount of chemicals usually ends up killing marine animals and plants. Even if you live far from any water body, you can still harm organisms and change the habitat. For example, in the Gulf of Mexico, debris and nuclear liquids from the center of America flow into the Gulf. The ocean takes up 3/4 of the Earth's surface and takes up 99% of living volume. The ocean includes nearly 200,000 known species, but the unknown numbers may lie in the millions. 40% of the ocean is imposingly affected by pollution and other human activities. The ocean sucks up an estimated 30% of carbon dioxide produced by humans, decreasing the impact of global warming. A little over 3 billion people depend on marine species for their livelihoods.
Plastic can take around 20 to 500 years to decompose, depending on its material and structure. How quick plastic decomposes also depends on sunlight exposure.
8 million metric tons of plastic gets dumped into oceans every year. That's almost 17.6 billion pounds, equivalent to around 57,000 blue whales every year.
The third line of inquiry, different ways to reduce pollution, talks about how we can stop this. It can be done simply. These are some very easy actions we can try to make a very significant difference.
Use less water so excess runoff and wastewater will not flow into the ocean. Pick up waste and throw it away. Mulch or compost. Blow or sweep fertilizer back onto the grass if it gets onto paved areas. Don't put fertilizer on the grass just before it rains. And finally, reduce plastic use.
The third line of inquiry, different ways to reduce pollution, talks about how we can stop this. As you can see, there are many ways on how to reduce pollution. They will all help, but we think the most effective way for reducing pollution is practicing the 3 R's.
With the help of our caring teacher, we created and shared a survey. Over 50 people answered our survey. Our survey results show that people have actually started seeing the negative aspects of polluting. They have realized it isn't hard to throw waste in the garbage, substitute plastic for other things, and recycle, reuse, and reduce. However, these numbers aren't enough. Our interview proves that.
Our interview with the marine biologist, Amar Guest, helped us that our efforts now aren't enough. We need to get together and make a change. Marine pollution has increased over the previous decade, but we can make great changes by doing humble things.
The 3 R's are recycle, reuse,
reduce. Reducing is when you don't waste more money or materials. Reducing doubles as a money saver. You can buy things like clothes instead of a new couch,
tablecloths
tablecloth,
instead of new tables,
instead of new tables. Um,
couch covers,
and you could buy couch covers instead of a new couch,
etc.
When you reuse something, you use it again for what it was meant to be used for. Examples include metal water bottles, bottle, and reusable bags.
Recycling
is using anything for the unintended purpose. You can make a grocery bag out of a pillowcase or a pencil holder out of plastic bottles. Do you think the 3 R's are important?
This is a question for the audience.
Yes.
Okay.
Lama, do you want me to share my screen now?
Oh, you can now? Okay, sure.
Yes. Okay.
The importance of practicing the 3 R's and reducing harmful chemicals and plastic. Even so, our interview with marine biologist Omar Gusti shows that this isn't enough.
I was able to contact a caring marine biologist who let us interview him. We started off by asking him if the endangered species list increased over the previous decade, and he responded yes.
We asked him if water pollution has been popular lately, and if so, how does it affect marine life? Again, he told us yes, explained that it affects organisms' oxygen quality, hence killing them.
We asked him if it's important to keep our oceans clean, and he replied yes.
Finally, we asked him how we can reduce pollution at a time like this with a pandemic. Mr. Amr said we can practice the 3 R's or not use plastic at all.
Let me start off by saying that our exhibition focuses on water pollution. Some people regard pollution like this: if you do it once, it won't cause any harm. There are many reasons to why this statement is incorrect.
Everyone of the growing population of over 8 billion people living on Earth polluted. Some may think more, but some may say that they'll be the only ones. You can't depend on others. Everybody will say that, and soon the entire planet will be a big giant junkyard. Even if not everyone polluted, littering is quite addicting. You might do it once and say you won't repeat it. Then do it over and over again, and you will end up killing some poor marine organisms that didn't do anything to deserve that.
That is, with the fact that many people don't care about littering. They think it won't make even the slightest changes. In reality, however, it can make a grand difference.
Pollution affects many things. Similarly, water pollution affects a great deal of organisms below water. It affects their oxygen quality, their diet, and their health in general. These lead to many issues.
Organisms' oxygen quality isn't enough. They will either get extremely ill, suffer, and eventually die. Vanish. In a matter of seconds, what if the turtle died because of that one bottle you threw it out in the open and you forgot about? How will the little turtle get even the slightest hint to survive?
Maybe that unfinished Coke bottle ended up killing an entire coral reef. Most people don't think of the consequences of polluting before they do.
What if I told you that you just killed a dolphin? You might tell me you haven't seen a dolphin in real life, but you don't need to be close to an ocean to kill animals nearby in the region.
That one animal could have been pregnant, and you not only decreased the species population by one, you also stopped the increase of the population. Think about it. Every little piece of waste can make a significant difference.
Just like how every piece of waste has its own effect on marine life, every little action can make a huge change as well. Do you remember how we mentioned that littering is a highly addictive and it's a habit that you can adapt easily? Good news is the 3 R's are also an extremely habit.
The 3 R's consist of 3 actions. We can take them to make a huge difference. They are recycle, reuse, and reduce. Notice that they all start with R, which is why they're called the 3 R's. Catchy title, isn't it?
Something again for another purpose. For example, taking a plastic bottle and turning it to a piggy bank.
Reusing is when you use something again, but for the same purpose. You reuse a metal water bottle because you can refill it.
Reducing is simply not wasting more money and more materials. You must remember that what we have now is limited. A humble example of reducing is buying a new tablecloth instead of buying a brand new table. Or thrifting when possible. Many people mix up between recycling and reusing because they're very similar, but try your best to be able to differentiate between them. Always remember that recycling is using something for the unoriginal purpose, while reusing is using something again for the original purpose. Now that you know that, we actually based our action on the 3 R's. We are making our neighbors adapt the habit of recycling, reusing, and reducing. We provided them with a couple of things in advance, such as reusable grocery bags, reusable water bottles, and other crafts made out of common household items. It's never too late to make a change, and you don't need to be a professional organization to make a change. Every contribution, big or small, matters. Saving the world doesn't need a lot of effort. You can raise awareness locally by putting up posters telling people the importance of practicing the 3 R's and reducing the use.
Miss Nasha, the audio cut off.
It's because she's muted.
The audio is off now. We can't hear.
Miss you. Someone has been muting us.
Okay. Yes. Very informative.
Okay, we continue.
Yes.
Someone has been muting us.
It's fine. Let's continue.
Okay.
Give me a second. Is my screen shared? Can you see it?
Yes.
Yes.
Another example is plastic alternatives.
What does
Plastic alternatives.
alternatives mean?
It's like things she's going to explain now. Jenna.
Plastic alternatives are compounds you can.
Jenna, someone muted
muted.
you.
Who's muting?
Someone
There are
is
many
Sorry, I also got
alternatives
It's
muted.
okay,
to
girls.
plastic.
Continue, please.
There are many alternatives to plastic. Bamboo is a good example. You can find bamboo utensils and straws easily. Wood and metal are also available almost anywhere. Glass and ceramics works, but they have other negative aspects, like being very fragile and easy to break.
But still, when you use bamboo and wood, it still harms
What?
the environment. But still, when you use bamboo and wood, it still harms the environment by chopping off trees. And
Yes, but they're reusable. So if you buy, like, it's like one-time purchase. So you don't keep reusing. You can't reuse plastic. You see those disposable plates that some people use. You can't use them again. If you use wood, bamboo, glass, all the examples we provided, they're reusable. So you can use them again. So it's less wasteful. Just take a few moments to fill the Padlet that we create as a reflection for what
If you would
we
like, you
saw
can
until
write
now.
your name. If you would like, you can write your name and
You
we'll
can use
respond.
this. Please take a few moments to fill this tablet.
All right, I'm just going to resend the link.
I'm going to share it if you want on chat. We would really
Oh
appreciate
yes,
going
that
to
would be better.
reflect. The Padlet link
Rasha,
is
can you
there
share
on
your
chat.
screen to the tablet?
So we'd really appreciate if you can go to our Padlet link, share your reflections with us.
Russia, Miss Russia, the girls
Yes.
did an amazing job. I'm really impressed. Really, they act like I thought they
Thank you
sound like
so much.
college students. Really, it was beautiful.
Thank you.
Done.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Ms. Rasha, can I say something? I'm Sarah Bender father.
Sure. Yes.
First of all, happy Ramadan all. I am so impressed with each single one who presented and show an amazing effort, and I really myself learned a lot, and especially the 3 R's. This is the lesson of the day to me. I'm really impressed. Each one of you guys did an amazing job, excellent. And please save our planet, spread the word, and practice what you've learned. I'm proud of you, and thank you so much for the amazing presentation. And thank you, Ms. Rasha, for providing and helping them to make them for better education and better information. Thank you all.
Thank you so much. Thank you for attending.
Thank you.
Thank you for your
What a nice
feedback.
comment.
We really appreciate that.
It was very nice comment.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bandar. Thank you.
All right, tell me 1 second.
Is the link? Yeah, it's in chat. Sorry. Just wanted to check.
Yes. You can move on because the Padlet link is there and we'll be sharing it as well.
All right, thank you so much for all the help. As As PYP learners, we wanted to make a long-lasting and effective change. We also wanted to make a change locally and globally. We chose Goal 14, Life Below Water, because we knew we could make an efficient change that will make a huge impact on marine life. This required lots of planning.
Each of us made many items that would encourage our
No,
community to start.
Sarah, wait. We're
Oh,
still,
sorry.
Amira. It's fine.
We started off by raising awareness. One of our group mates designed a poster that we could print and put up. We raised awareness on Instagram and TikTok accounts. We told them the importance of reducing use of plastic and doing the 3 R's. We also gave them a couple of reusable products that they could use in their daily lives, such as cloth face masks, reusable grocery bags, pencil holders, and more. Meanwhile, on Instagram and TikTok accounts, we uploaded tutorials on how to make them.
No.
Each of us made many items that would encourage our community to start making a change. We shared our ideas together to create a better action that includes many unique ideas. We even made a couple of things for ourselves and families, such as reusable bags, and we still use them.
As for you, reading this PowerPoint right now, you can help. Try to substitute plastic, practice the 3 R's, and make a change. We encourage everyone, regardless of their age, to give a contribution. Will you try to help? We would really appreciate it.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
We made a creative expression. We chose to make a poem. It talks about marine
We made a
pollution and
creative.
how we can
Sorry,
give
Nama, wait.
even
Mike,
a
you're
small
doing.
contribution to help. Sorry.
We made a
It's
creative
called the
expression. We
Plastic
chose to
Planet
make a
Poem.
poem. It talks about marine pollution and how we can give a small contribution to help.
It's called the Plastic Planet Pollution.
How dare you ruin such a beautiful sight, kill organisms and cause them fright.
In Einstein, you'll say, I wish I never treated the ocean this way.
You'll remember every bottle that you threw in the open, then think about all the hearts it has broken. You try to forget
the mistakes that you made, only to be more devastated.
dismayed. Even though you may not know,
Your habits can be changed. Your mistakes can be erased.
As for the ones who are already aware, helping the ocean get rid of its despair. They spread awareness locally and take action rapidly.
For everyone helping
For
or not,
everyone helping or not
Deserves
still
a
matters
matter
a
a lot.
lot.
Like cleaning up our oceans and
or
preventing
even
them from becoming
If
what we
we
can
spend
give our
enough effort to
contribution
give our contribution and
together.
change and make a change all together.
all together.
I hope you all liked our presentation. If you have any questions, here's our citations.
Or we made a citation.
Wow, a lot of citations.
If anybody wants to ask a question, feel free to ask. We can answer them
Yes,
anytime.
and you can just be asking us, and we will answer your question.